Hello, welcome to Stormy2K's character guide for Peggle 2. This includes obviously all the main characters plus the DLC character of Windy, who's a fairy, and she has only come out recently to the game, so I'm going to show you her power briefly at the end and what she does. Okay, this is Bjorn. You may remember him from the first Peggle game, whose power-up's a super guide. So there's nothing new here, it's exactly the same as before. You know how it works. You hit the green peg and you get the super guide for your next couple of goes, and it basically shows you exactly where your ball's going to land. Handy for some later levels where you're more interested in clearing pegs and setting scores. It's not a high scoring power up, but it will give you that edge in later levels where you really want to hit those tricky orange pegs that are still giving you a bit of jip. You can see how it shows the angles, how you'll be able to hit some really long shots like that one there. You know, you can really get some nice long shots and really improve your game. And now we move on to our next character, the troll, Jeffrey. His power-up is very much similar to Cinderbottom's from Peggle Knights, but instead of a massive fireball, it's a massive boulder, and it moves a lot slower through the pegs. But if you want to punch this boulder that's about to appear now straight through a pack of pegs, that is how you clear the board and try and set some big scores. Now we move on to our next character, the Yeti, known as Berg. Now his special move is the Deep Freeze. It basically turns the entire board into an ice skating rink, and all the pegs will ricochet off each other as if they're on ice. It's an instantaneous activation of a power, and you'll get it also for your next turn. And if you watch the pegs as they bounce around, they leave trails on the snow. It is one of the really cool features they put on this game. I love this character. It's probably my favourite. I use him all the time. Sometimes Norman as well, but we'll get to him in a bit. Come to think of it, is Berg a bloke? It looks like it would be a woman. I'm going to stick saying it's a bloke for now. A bloke with a flower in his hair. Okay, on to our next character. This one's Norman the Gnome, and he is a character, if you want to set those high scores, he will really ramp it up. Basically on the next go, what you'll get is an electrified ball, and when you hit a peg it usually electrifies the adjacent pegs next to it, so when you start ricocheting it around like that, you'll see you'll just start racking the points up. If you get a high enough multiplier, you'll be getting free balls and loads of points. Really good for if you want to set high scores for challenges, he's definitely the one to use. Next up is Luna. Her move is Nightshade, and what that basically does is on your next go, it will make all blue pegs become transparent, so you can just shoot straight through them to get to any of those reds that may be out of the way that you can't reach. You'll still get 10 points of blue peg, but you'll have no interruptions. There you go, as you can see there, it's completely changed now. All the orange pegs are exposed. Obviously it's not a fancy shot for me, it's just an example to show you what it can do, but in later levels this has become very handy when Bjorn's super guide just doesn't cut it. And last but not least now is on to the DLC character, the fairy known as Windy. And what her power is once you've hit a purple, no it's not at all, once you've hit a green peg, she sends out additional fairies to make purple pegs, so more chance to increase your multiplier. That's the end of my video, thanks for watching.